best team in London, no, the best team of all. Everybody knows us, we call Millwall. Let them come, let them come, let them come. Let them all come down to the den. It's Saturday, Coblo Lane, we've all come down to cheer. We've had our jelly deals and our glass of beer. Come rain or shine, all the time our families will bring. And as the lads run on the pitch, everyone will sing. Let them come, let them come, let them come. Let them all come down to the den. Let them come, let them come, let them come. We'll only have to beat them again. It's the best team in London, no, the best team of all. Everybody knows us, we call Millwall. Let them come, let them come, let them come. Let them all come down to the den. It's Saturday, Coblo Lane, we've all come down to cheer. We've had our jelly deals and our glass of beer. Come rain or shine, all the time our families will bring. And as the lads run on the pitch, everyone will sing. Let them come, let them come, let them come. Let them all come down to the den. Let them come, let them come, let them come. We'll only have to beat them again. It's the best team in London, no, the best team of all. Everybody knows us, we call Millwall. Let them come, let them come, let them come. Let them all come down to the den.
Let them all come down
to the
Carly lines.
La 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 la.
Anyone know how Charlton got on Saturday? We was having absolute chaos. Literally, we've all come flying on. Everyone's busy. Obviously, I appreciate everyone's time. And then we was all so quiet. I actually went for a quick wee while the music was playing. And
it's a bit long, that music, Dan, and I think you'll have to cut it short a little bit.
All right, mate. Sorry, I've got to get that sorted. It gives people time to join. And I thought, God, it's almost deathly silence. And then right, I heard people go, ugh!
Always him, isn't it? Does something.
You start laughing. Yeah, I don't know. Does the silence work? Is the intro music too long? I'm not sure. Thank you and welcome back to the Den Debate. We're getting a bit consistent, boys. We need to be careful. Mm-hmm. Joe, the Flying, and Sir Peter, the godfather of Omara, and Lions TV. How are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Thanks, Dan.
How are you, Warren? You good, mate?
All good, Dan. All good.
Joseph?
Never better, especially after Saturday.
Wait, what a weekend. What a 7-ish days, because I don't think the Coventry defeat really deterred us, especially after our performance Saturday. But I think I said myself, the Coventry game, the first time I've come out of a game feeling a different kind of feeling, not feeling frustrated, not feeling gutted. I was gutted for the players, but so proud of the performance. But
it felt like a draw, didn't it, in a way?
It was a little bit like a cup final as well. Did you think the way our players dropped at the end, it was really like, it felt like the top two teams going at it, winner takes all sort of thing. And obviously we didn't win, but we did a show, what was it, 10 days ago? A week? 10 days? Something?
Two.
Oh, no, it was a week.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Fucking hell. Time flies. Time flies when you're having fun, boys. Oh, yeah, it was Joe's personal vendetta against Steve Gadd. I remember now.
Yeah.
More signings.
So we're gonna wind it back. I said I'd take 5 points as a good total. Pete wasn't in the show. Joe, what did you say as a good total out of them 3 games?
I think I said 5 as well.
Warren?
I'm sure it was 5 or 6, I said.
Sure. I think Warren wanted more. He definitely wanted, weren't fussed about the loss to Charlton. Luckily for us all, that didn't happen. And the record remains intact. And they haven't beaten us since 1996 when I was 16 years old. How old was you, Warren? It's 1996.
17.
Oh, you're older than me.
Huh?
Oh, only by a year. Joe?
I would have been 7.
You was chunky, Joe. You was the Joe I love. I still love you, but I love little chunky.
Bit of weight on me.
How old was you?
7.
How old was you, Pete, in 96?
35.
35.
I think that works out right. If I'm doing the maths right, I'm 64. So take away, I think it's back right, isn't it?
It's
35?
easy for me. It's easy for me because I was born in 1980. So it's easy to go
Right.
from a round number. How old was you lot in the comments? Let me know how old you was last time Charlton beat us. Brilliant performance. But boys, let's wind it back to the first of the 3 games. The trip to Watford. I forgot to mention this on my post-match the next day, and I was like, fuck. So I'm standing, as we were going to walk out, obviously I was sitting with you boys. Did you go, Warren, to that game, or did you not come back? No.
They go
It was
down.
Billy O'Mara's, and then as we all left, Henry said, I need a quick piss. So I said, all right, I'll wait. Anyway, I was on my phone, started editing the full time, and some fella comes up to me and goes, Dan, blah, blah. And I was, yeah, all right, mate, thank you. He said, I'm over for the game. He went, are we always this good? Like, are we always this good? Anyway, I'm halfway through chatting to him before I realised it's Richard Sadlier. Sads was there. Yeah, Sads was there. Sads was there. But he had a beanie hat on. He had a beanie hat on. He's like, yeah, we've come over and about. And
Do you know what? Someone pointed him out before, and I went, that's not Richard Sads.
yeah, I went, Sads, I'm so sorry, mate. I was miles away. He's like, no. He went, are we always this good? So, boys, my question is, how was Watford? Were we that good?
Yeah. Brilliant. It's
100%.
been 3 brilliant performances, really, last 3 games.
I'd agree. How did it look on the telly, Warren?
It was weird, Dan, because like before that game, they were what? Is it they won 4 out of 5, something like that? I think they're the record. They've not lost at home since September, and we made them look poor. We were the whole game, the first half again. We controlled it. Only thing that didn't score. That was the only thing. But apart from that, we kept the ball well. We attacked them.
I said that. I said teams. I think teams at the early stages of the season, even like Hull as well as Wrexham. I think teams must come to the den and go, "How the fucking hell are they up where they are?" And that was the feeling. Like what I mean. That was the feeling I got at Watford, Pete, because I was with you. I was standing right next to you, and Joe was just the other side of you. Total domination from start to finish.
It was. I think it's the first time we could actually turn around, and I actually turned around and said, "We ain't got square pegs in round holes, or vice versa." Every player was back in the position they should be playing in. We didn't have like 2 wing backs playing in midfield like we did against Hull. So Hull just run through us. All their men was out there to do their job, and everyone done their job to a man. And we looked solid. And I said when I come out there, that was a solid performance. And then, as ever, you always think, right, we're going to get one good game out of them, and a crap game out of them, and a so-so's game out of them, then a good game. Bipolar Mill, we've always said. But going back over the last 3 games, it's what I crave is consistency. And we've been really, really good. And that goes to show with all our players fit. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. First class performance. I'm never in doubt about it. I thought, I thought we was control. This is outstanding performance by every one of the players out there that day. Do you know what I mean? And I think, in all honesty, we could have won by more.
Yeah, I thought we was very good at Watford. I thought we controlled the game. We usually find that we start well, and if we don't have, don't capitalise on that early opportunity, that then I thought that Watford, again, I don't know, won the toss, but I bet Watford have switched us round, made us shoot towards our fans. They're going to soak up early pressure and then try and get us in the second half. But it was more of the same, Joe, wasn't it? It's one-way traffic.
Yeah, it was. I feel like that was the complete performance. Like my dad said, everyone was sort of, well, the last 3, despite the result against Coventry, every sort of man has done their job. And it's been quite, in a good way, it's been quite tricky to pick out sort of one man of the match the last 3 games, I'd say. It's just been, we've struggled with consistency before. Like I've had friends that support other teams all season go, I can't bet on Millwall, or Millwall have let me down. I said, don't bet on us because we're so inconsistent. We could be good one game, terrible the next. But I feel like the last 3, even going back to the Swansea game, as far as I remember, we've been brilliant. 4 games in a row.
Yeah, I wasn't actually overconfident for the Watford game. And funny enough, me and Henry had a little bet on the way up, and he went, I've done Millwall and Man City in a double, and I went, Man City should win the derby against United. Obviously, we know that's played out since Michael Carrick.
Yeah.
I said, but I don't know about us. I said, I'd take a draw. He was actually right about us. We got he's fuming about Man City losing, but really good performance across the board. First half, obviously, we didn't score. Second half, we did. Once again, Warren, Femi Aziz, how valuable is he to us if we need telling? I don't think we do, but how good is he? And in my opinion, he's best.
Sorry, Pete was saying the other day, and he's right. He's like, he just makes everything tick for us. It's like teams know when he gets the ball what he's going to do. We all know what he's going to do, but teams can't. He can't stop him. It's impossible. It's just he's that good.
Yeah, well, I said before, like, we know what he's going to do. I think the defenders know what he's going to do, but they're just powerless to stop him. When did he get so good? Because he played well against Leeds away.
The cup.
Do you think from that point he's
second season, wasn't it? Really, his second season. Like a lot of Mill players, it's always their second season when they settle down and become part of the. Because he's always a bit player, substitute player, wasn't he, early on? Do you know what I mean? He come on, cameo appearances. I'm not sure he got injured once. But it's the second season with Millwall when a player really comes into their own, you know. He's just unstoppable. I mean, I had an Everton fan text me the other day, watch a game. He went, mate, he was unbelievable. He said, that Aziz, what a player. What a player, you know. And that's people up north taking notice of how good he is. Do you know what I mean? He's
that's worried in one way, though, isn't it? It's obviously
I said to, like I say, Warren, people go on, one man don't make a team. Unfortunately, in this team, it does. Because without him, we're half the team. Yeah. I think the other teams. Yeah,
I haven't got a problem with that either. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that at all. He makes us without him, we're half the side. I completely agree.
Yeah. When the other team look at the team sheet, I think they've looked, Aziz is playing, we'll adapt our system to him. Where he ain't playing, they go, right, relief, we can do this. But when Aziz is playing, all the other teams will over. And it's nice to see Millwall as an attacking team, rather than us laying back and waiting to get people on the counter-attack. We're going for them for a change.
Well,
Alex down to Aziz.
Alex still did promise that. He said, I want to be a manager that gets bums off seats. I want to try and win football matches. And Joe, what an absolute job he's doing. Alex still.
Yeah, I was just going to say about Aziz as well, though. I feel like when I've always said before, I said without him, we don't create any chances. But one player I'd like to mention recently for his balls into the box has been Doughty. He started to create a bit more. But I feel like when Aziz is on that team sheet, it gives the rest of the team confidence as well. I sort of compare him, I think he's sort of our new Jed Wallace. You know, when it's like the players think, if all else fails, just give the ball to Aziz. We know he's going to do something. And it gives, that confidence goes through the whole team. Knowing he's there, everyone else sort of clicks.
Going to Doughty as well. Like we've actually got the service there now from either side. One thing. Listen, I love Alex Neil. I love everything he does. I was speaking to my mate earlier, and he was like, "He's a brilliant manager. He gets 99% things are right." I can't for the life of me work out why he can't see Doughty should be playing. I mean, against Charlton, we'll get on to Charlton later, but he was pretty much playing left back and left wing. And against Watford, I thought he was everywhere. Warren, he was my man of the match. Was he yours?
Yeah. He's so calm and composed in the ball. He doesn't panic. He's aware of what's going on. So some players, I don't know, maybe they're good in the one sense. He's good going forward. I'm surprised even at the back. He reads the game. When he go to the ball, when he kind of just drop back. He's honestly, he's just absolutely. He's a star.
He is a star. He's got that Premiership quality. Do you know what I'm going to say? Christian Bastinelli, thank you very much, mate. Good to see you and Robbie Rotten at the Den on Saturday. The last two games, if you don't know, Christian comes over from Belgium. Been come over about 27 years. They come to the Southampton game at home. And then the next game they come over with Charlton on Saturday. So you might have to make it a bit more of a regular thing, mate. Some unbelievable games. But yeah, getting back to our performance against Watford, it was very, very good. And the problem it's not a problem. Obviously, the Serb goes off, Coburn comes on after Aziz scored the first, and then he scores Coburn, very similar to his goal at Burnley. And now this debate rages on. Who do we have? Do we have the Serb? Do we have Coburn? Do we play both? Langstaff's been playing very well, Langstaff for me is turning into a little bit of a George Honeyman. Give you everything, can do a job.
Johnny, he works for the team, he puts a shift in, and you know he's there. But unfortunately, that'll get you so far. But usually that'll be, if you're aiming for the top two, you need to care about this a bit more.
It's a bit like Tom Bradshaw in his last year or two with us. He run around, do all the dog work, but just not getting the goals.
Like Gregory, Honeyman, like you said there, they run around and they look busy, but like Warren said, just like we need a bit more class, a bit more calm head.
Spot on. I mean, look, we're suckers for it, and a lot of football fans are. We really appreciate maximum effort, but for $10,000 a week, I mean, I'd give me right bollocks to play for Millwall once. I mean, you expect maximum. I do, and I'm sure you all do. Give everything you got to work every day to earn a small percentage. You expect maximum effort, but if there's a similar argument with Crocombe now because there's rumours of this Sunderland keeper coming in. They're good and they've really done a job for us. But if we want, like Warren just said, if we want to go to that next level, then maybe, brilliant. Glad you're around it. Glad you're giving everything you've got. But for that next level, we need maybe a little bit more. Yeah, but you got to be ruthless, isn't you? You got to be ruthless.
I think Dan Boy, see in the past we've been for players. We're giving our contract. Just stay. Even when they maybe past their best. Sometimes you have to say, you know what? Thanks for your service. Out the door. Next. I know it seemed absolutely brutal, but if we want to go up, and so can it be it.
Yeah,
you have to do what's best for the club.
And there's another line that comes down regularly. He doesn't get on the plane.
Evening, Paul.
Paul. Friend, I'm going to say friend of the channel. Paul, he's a good man. Hope you're well, mate. Thanks very much for the donation. Super chats are open. You can donate to the channel via the comments if you wish.
Yeah, met Paul a couple of times at away games.
Yeah, good man. Paul's got like a mixed bag. He's I think his parents, one's was from Manchester and one was from, I think his dad was in the army but from London. So I think Paul, apologies if I'm wrong on that. So he's got like ties to both, but he's Millwall. But yeah, getting back to the Coburn Ivanovic thing, we saw the Coburn run that he made. Very good goal for Burnley. Very similar, the second goal against Watford. And look, football fans are fickle in general. I remember when he was fit and he was playing, especially like Charlton away, actually. What is he doing? He's fucking useless. The Serb's miles better. Now he's been injured and people ain't been overly impressed with the Serb. He's fucking useless, this Serb. But when's Coburn back? So it's a very big debate. We've been having quite a lot of debates on the group chat about who would you go with, or would you go with both? We'll get on to formations later, but for me, Coburn's the more all-round striker, but Serb's the better finisher. Without
doubt. Agree.
Yeah.
If you could morph the two,
spot on.
I think you'd be on to a winner. What do you reckon, Warren? Go on, you said spot on.
I think Dan, that's because you see Josh. He'll hold the ball up, and he'll win you free kicks. But as a Serb, you said a chance to the box. Thank you very much. That's going in the net.
Yeah.
Honestly, see that miss. I know folk are saying that's basics. That is kind of that ball from Aziz across the 6-yard box, and how he's he put it wide is just like.
And how many times have we seen that?
Well, I said if he's won on Saturday weren't the miss of the season, miss of the century, then the one at Burnley definitely was. I don't know what's worse. What do you reckon, Pete? What was worse, the miss at Burnley or the miss against Charlton?
Oh, I don't know. I thought I'd put them in the same vein, really. But
what is it?
It just a football never wore glasses or anything like that.
Well, I used to say,
maybe he's a bit short-sighted. You know what I mean? Long-sighted, he seems to be all right. short side, he's missed the fucking goal. With like the goal's over the other side. He's over the wrong direction. Listen, mate, he's how old is Coburn?
Young, 22, 23.
He's only young.
Yeah, I can't. You know, it's not as if he's like a youngster, is he? He's got a little bit of experience there, not a lot, but he's got a little bit.
Definitely, yeah, you're right. He's got championship experience.
I think he's a bit panicky. Like so, I think someone said when a lot of people say when you get a player gets time to think, they mess it up. And when he ain't got time to think, he's in a rush. He put it away. You know what I mean? When a serve instinctively will find the back of the net.
Remember, Pete, see last season the Serbs got a goal. Who was at home last season? Derby. He ran half the length of the pitch.
Yes.
And he went round the keeper. And he was cool as you like that game. Honestly, he will not panic. You said, Dan, if he gets the chances, he'll score. But unfortunately, he'll take the chances. He's balled up playing, making the runs from deep. He just doesn't care.
I think it was a game against who is it? Who was the other game that we played? We beat Watford away, wasn't it? I think we Watford away. One of it, or the Coventry game even. I think I'm thinking about is we was playing the ball like quite high, like for someone to head the ball in. I worked out. I thought if Coburn was playing, he would have got on the end of him. You know what I mean? And then when Abramovich plays, they play the ball along the opposite way. You know, it's like play it on the floor to Abramovich, or play it in the air to Coburn, but they do the opposite. Whenever we go away.
I said this the other day. I said in the group because what happened was we're skipping on a bit, but Coventry. I thought Ivanovic played really well at Coventry. I thought he won a few headers. I thought he held the ball up well. I thought he timed his runs really well. He broke the offside trap a couple of times. The first one he missed the pass up to Ballo, but the second one he arched his run very well, got in on goal, and I thought it was a very, very good save.
Yeah,
keeper. I thought he hesitated. He sat the keeper down.
His leg, did it?
Joe's face. He went down and he sort of got his hand back up. And people in the group chat were going,
"Oh, that's his hand."
Yeah, people in the group chat were going, "Oh, fucking Coburn would have scored that 100%." I said, "No, he wouldn't have done." So when Coburn's missed that one against Charlton, I go, "No, would he still have scored that one against Charlton?" So it's a difficult one, but with a Serb, I've got a little bit more patience because, like we said, Coburn, he's 22, 23, still young, but he's come through the ranks at Middlesbrough. He's played in the Championship. I saw him play and score at Leeds before Middlesbrough, the week before he left. But the Serbs, for me, gets more leeway because he's sort of newer to the whole thing. You don't forget, it's his first full season. Do you know what I mean?
Well done. So, Stephen Serb, do you think he could do about a coach? So somebody come in and say, right, this is the runs to make. This is right time. This is go here, you go there.
100%. That's what he needs.
He's still young, he's still learning, but there's nobody there to care, or even an older striker that can tell him, kind of, right, this is what to do. This is how to hold the ball. This is when to lay it off.
Because all jokes aside, he's come from like Serbian, no disrespect, fucking park football. So he's not gonna probably be coached that well throughout his youth. It's going to be a different, setting. It's going to be a different way of life. It's going to be a different way of the game being played. So I've definitely got more patience with the Serb.
Do you know what it is? I'm going to say, it sounds weird, but I think his biggest downfall was actually having such a good second half of the season last year. So we've got this young player come from abroad, and now just because of how he finished last season, there's all of a sudden this massive expectation on him. But people forget he is young. He's quite raw. He's still got a lot to learn. But going back to the argument of them two, I think I was the one that brought it up in the chat the other day, where I feel like they're both very different players. Like Coburn does more to give himself more chances. He gets more chances.
Yeah.
But he misses more sitters. Whereas Ivanovic don't make them sort of runs that Coburn does. But he'll somehow get the odd chance, but he'll put it away without as many chances as Coburn has. Like, no doubt if Ivanovic was at the back post the other day, that's going in.
I said this, I think Pete just said it as well, and I said it in the group, because I said, oh, what about open goal? The Serb would have scored that. And I said, we don't seem to create the chances for the Serb that we create for Coburn, like Pete just said. But then I tried to flip, I didn't say, oh, I'm right and you're wrong. I thought, Well, let's try and flip that. Why is that? Is it because he can't hold the ball up? So Coburn holds the ball up and brings other people in and moves on. So as a result, drags the team up, puts people in more advanced positions, and they're able to get these balls in, and then himself and the other four-finger players are in the right positions. So is it not that we're not providing him with chances, because his hold-up play isn't great, he can't sort of make the ball stick and then start to move off to drag people up the pitch? Do you know what I mean?
I think you see Coburn's goal against Watford. I think that's sort of the epitome of what we're talking about. Whereas Coburn makes the right runs, and that ball from Negley, he knows Coburn's going to run off the shoulder of the defender, and Negley plays it through to him. Whereas I feel like Ivanovic can be a bit more static. He doesn't really make those runs off the back of the defender, but they've both got different attributes to their game where it's beneficial, and it's quite a hard one to really pick who I'd prefer. I think they've both got different roles, and you may just have to rotate them depending on who we're playing against, depending on their strengths.
So
what we're coming up against.
Plus, we all know that one I'm going to be at next 4 or 5 games, he's going to go down his hamstring or his calf or whatever. It's coming.
Oh, don't. Well, we'll get on to the transfer window shortly. Just talking about the aforementioned Kamil Nesley. Another one where fans are going, he's brilliant because he scored Norwich. Now he's shit. What a waste of money. How do we think Nesley's been getting on lately, Pete?
I do feel quite sorry for him, right? Because I think the crowd, it's like sometimes when he gives the ball away in midfield, and you think, Peter, I feel, oh, please don't score from that, because if they score from it, he's the evil one, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? He's been getting a lot of stick. And as I think Neil said, he covers a lot of ground. Negley. He does the things that we don't really necessarily see. Do you know what I mean? So people even like us, if you watch him on the telly, you can see he does a lot of running. He's always running around. He never stops running, you know. And he just got that little bit of magic in him, but he just needs to do a little bit more for me. He just has to work a little bit harder. But some of his passing range is brilliant. Do you know what I mean? He can see the pass. He's got them little deep deft touches and things like that. I like him. I think we're a better team for him in the team. And I just like him. And I think, again, I know, what's his second season? Did he have half a season last year?
Yeah, he come in January.
And he got a couple of injuries.
Yeah, I think there's still a lot more to come from Negley. I know a lot of fans don't like him. They want him out of the team. And he gets a lot of stick from where we are. You know.
No, I'd say that was about 4 games ago. But last 4 games, he's sort of changed with him.
Yeah, yes, I'm saying, yeah, well, yeah, I agree. But
not now.
Before that, he was getting a lot of stick. You know, any mistake he made, or Negley, you know, yes, no, and I thought, I don't like to see that. I said, we've got a team here. We don't want to start slagging off our own players. You know what I'm saying?
Nesley is similar to Kinney, and people are saying he's not a grafter.
I don't know. I feel like part of his game's improved recently, where he has been a bit of a grafter. You've seen him get back, solid tackles in and win the ball. Whereas,
I'll put that.
But I'd say that's only the last 4 or 5 games. Before that, not at all. But he seems to have improved and adapted his game.
Talking about adapting his game, Warren, what do you think his best position is, Nesley? Because I didn't think he did well that well. He's really frustrating.
He's not a quick player. He's not got that turn of pace, so you can't play him out wide. But maybe like a number 8 central, maybe in a 3 as well. Even as a 10, he's not going to like be playing in that 10 role. But more kind of maybe beside Billy Mitchell, or I think in there.
I think from what I've seen over recent weeks, I think he's developing quite well as an actual central midfielder.
Yeah,
because of his passing range.
He's got the eye.
I mean, he was fucking. I was screaming at him Saturday because he was running down the left, and I said in my post match the other day, like, what's happened to the art of football where you just listen to people like Ryan Giggs talk, any sort of brilliant winger, they'll just try and nick half a yard with a trick or a bit of pace and whip the ball in. He was getting past people and then he was stopping and cutting back, and then he done the fucking
Yeah.
penalty. And like, you know, Pete said that I think he needs to do more, and I get what you mean, but at times I think he needs to do less in terms of just, if you've got that fucking yard, stick it in. If you take the penalty, fucking drill it. All his stuttery, I think he overplays sometimes. His effort and having these bollocks about him ain't enough, but at times he's overplaying. That's why I quite like him centre mid. I think he's dictating the play quite well.
Again, Dan, sorry, back to Negley. So, anyone noticed, right? But he was maybe 2-3 months ago. He was constantly wanting too much time on the ball. He kept getting caught because he was still playing in Holland, where you're getting that type of 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch. Now he's learned. You know what? I've got to move this ball quick, or I've got to move with the ball.
Yeah,
because we lost that goal at Preston a couple of months ago, and I said in the last podcast, it was like he just, I don't know what he was doing, but he played that pass. Whereas now he's learning it. He'll drive the ball straight away, or he'll pass it 1 touch away. So he's learning. It's just
definitely for me as well. Like I always say, this confidence is a massive thing.
Yeah.
Like he totally lost his confidence, and I've got to be honest, as a fan base, myself included, because I was screaming at him on Saturday. I don't think we all sometimes. You know what I mean? It can't be an easy place to play, can it?
No.
But boys, Watford, why do we always win it? We always seem to get a result. Watford.
We're a bogey side at the moment, though. You can hear the fans saying it as well.
That
was our bogey side for a while. We never won at Watford for years.
Yeah.
The last 4 seasons, was that 3 wins and a draw? I think something like that.
Yeah.
We drew once, didn't we? A 2-2 draw. Wes Hardy got in there. 2-0 on a Boxing Day. Fleming and Vogelsammer. 2-1 last year. 2-0 this year. But yeah, we look really strong. We look really strong, I thought. And so I love as well at the minute. And Kramer's the biggest instigator of this. If it's someone to give it to away fans, or it goes off on the pitch, or that little thing that Billy Mitchell had, they was all fucking on it like a shot, weren't they? I was having to drag Kramer away. He's like a fucking lunatic, Kramer.
He's at the forefront of everything at the minute, isn't he?
By the way, I reckon his hands must be stuck like that after the weekend, because I've seen now.
That
mate sent me another photo earlier. I've seen him giving it 3-0. I've seen him giving it 4-0. And mate sent me one of him, Caleb Taylor, and Billy Mitchell in the change room. He's like that the whole time, Kramer. He must fucking have
seen that picture everywhere the last few days.
Fucking brilliant. Right. So off the back of 3 points against Watford, we went to Coventry. I didn't go the last minute. I know the O'Maras went.
Yeah.
This is going to sound really silly, right? But did it? I'm not going to say it made it felt like a win, but did the defeat, in spite of it, how well we played, make any of you boys feel like even more confident of what we can do this season?
Connor turned around and he sort of what he said. I think what we was all thinking when we was walking out the ground. Connor turned around and went, "Do you know what he said? We lost." He said, "But I'm not that disappointed." He said, "Because we played so well, yeah." He said that I can see something coming. I can see something working now. And we were so unlucky not to come away with something from that game. And me and Joe felt exactly the same. We went, do you know what? I felt exactly the same. I felt, we lost. But I didn't, like, normally you go away and you lose and you get hammered, like the Portsmouth, the Birmingham results and things like that. You come away and you're really sort of like paid off by it. But this result, we come away and you thought, mate, we played really well. On the back of Watford away, and then go to Coventry and have a right go at them. You know, they're the best team in the division. Let's make no bones about that. They are the best team in the division. But, you know, we had a right good go at them on Tuesday night. And like I say, you know, you can see even on the comments that we make that Coventry go, unlucky Millwall, like, you know, it's the second time we've had Southampton fans, now we've had Coventry fans saying, oh, that's the best team we've played at our ground. Do you know what I mean? And that's a big compliment to us, to say, to Coventry fans, to say, that's the best team we've seen at our ground all season, like the Southampton fans have said about us. And the amount of teams that are also saying, you know, you're nailed on for the playoffs, but you know it's bipolar Millwall. But at the moment, it's looking absolutely great, but not disappointed at all with lost to Coventry.
Talking to Coventry, they're currently 0-0 away at Norwich after 37 minutes, and Leeds are 1-0 up away at Everton. Leeds are doing all right at the minute. The team selection was a big talking point for the Coventry game, and that was another thing we spoke about in depth in the group. Did he get it right? Did he get it wrong? It's arguable, Joe, because all right, we lost, but we give a brilliant account of ourselves, and we followed up with a win. We got 6 points out of a possible 9. So a lot of people was surprised to not see Coburn start after scoring 2 goals in 2 games off the bench. What did you think of his team selection for Cov?
Listen, I think, sort of going back to what I said, I think Alex Neil knows what he's doing. I think it's just going to be either one of them at the minute. I can't see them both playing together. So Alex Neil would have had his reasons to think, right, Ivanovic's style of play is going to suit us for this game. If it was the other way around, a different game, he might say, right, Coburn's, he's going to look at the pros and cons of both. And I think Ivanovic starting, I prefer that and Coburn coming off the bench. I feel like if you got Coburn coming off the bench later on, I think that poses more of a threat than Ivanovic coming off the bench later on. It's weird, but that's just how I see it. So I can't really disagree with the way we set up there. And by the performance, it showed, albeit we lost. But yeah, it was probably right. But what I'd say with that game as well, the Coventry game, with that performance, for us to go sort of toe-to-toe with them that are top and sort of had been running away with it for a little while. I know it's cut down a bit, but that just goes to show that we should be... Everyone keeps going, oh, playoffs. I'm like, after that performance, I'm like, no, we should be looking at that second spot. But, and I think there's no reason why we shouldn't, the way we played against Coventry and how we've been the last few games. But my only thing is, I look at the table after the last few games and I look after the game like, how are we 5th? I'm like, what's going on? Everybody
it's Hull are flying.
Yeah.
Although we're 5th, there has been a bit of a gap now.
Starting to open up, below.
Yeah. And I was listening to TalkSport on the drive home from work today, and they were saying they was talking about Barry, but it was actually like I've started to see us crop up on places. It was. I love a bit of the drive on TalkSport, Goldstein and Ben. It's fucking brilliant. And I finish work at 4, so I'll get like an hour and a half listening to it on the way home. And obviously, Goldstein's a Man United fan, Bent's an Arsenal fan after last night. Yesterday, what a fucking great game. And then Darren Bent started going, oh, Barry Bannon coming in, great game, blah, blah, blah. But going back to what you just said there, Joe, Warren said exactly the same, because we was like, lose to Charlton, was like, no. And Warren was like, I'm not thinking about the record, which is obviously still intact because Charlton is shit. I'm thinking about points. Is the top 2 impossible, Warren?
I think so. Oh, good.
Is the top 2 impossible?
With that squad now, I think so. I think it's just stretched too far. If we brought in, obviously, another 2-3 players, and yes, we can go for it. But that squad now, go back to the game last week, Dan. We got beat of Coventry, and the reason we got beat was we had 2 or 3 chances and only took 1 chance. That's the difference. When you get to that level, you've just got to be kind of... We're no quite at that, to me, where the players we've got. We see somebody else in that, gets 1 chance, boom, goal.
That is the difference. Obviously, I knew I'd fucking jinx it. In the live stream, I was like, Roman Essay now had a kick. And people were saying in the comments of giving him shit, Essay. Give it to our fans. And then he sort of changed his mind the next day, didn't he? And went, I really respect the club. And I said, look, I don't really care what you do, whether you give it to us or whether you fucking come and clap us, but don't do both. Did he get a bit carried away there, or was it fair game? You know, just he celebrated a goal and lost his head a bit because he scored for his new club?
Sorry, I don't think he should have done that.
Nah, it was wrong.
I think it's he's come through the academy, isn't he? He's come through the academy. He's not.
Yeah, he's young. He's young, isn't he? So I think you're right, Dan. He just got a bit carried away. That's all. And at the end of the day, he realised he's probably. I reckon people around him would have told him, "What'd you do that for? What'd you do that for?" And he obviously probably regretted it the next day, like of his actions. But he's young, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? And I wouldn't say he's got Mill in his heart or anything like that. It's just one of them things. Just one of them things. But getting back to what you said earlier on about the top two, Warren's right. We're just not clinical enough. Yeah, we just suit it and miss. If half them balls that come in the box, we could get on the end of them. You know, we'd be right up there. We'd be right up there. We're just not clinical enough. That final third, that final pass. Do you know when you see like a Leeds team on Burnley teams of last season, when you see them all going forward, and when the ball's put in the box, they've got 4 or 5 players there, ready to get on the end of it. What do we have? We have probably Coburn in there, Abramovich, one of them. We don't have that crowd of players in the box to actually put the ball in the net. It's either him or no one. It's either Abramovich or Coburn or one or the other. We ain't got like a line of players in that box ready to pick up that chance. And that's our downfall there. The rest of it, defence, midfield, we're just not clinical enough.
We scored a really good goal in the game. And I personally thought manager was unlucky with that second one. But yeah, like you're saying, and there were, funny enough, your full-time reaction, I've started putting full-time reactions on YouTube and on Facebook. They're saying, like, when I said it's you, Joe, it was on about 28,000 at that point. I think it's up to about 40 now. It was a lot of Coventry fans saying fair play. There's a lot of Coventry fans saying, you don't know what you're talking about. We fucking battered Joe. But what I want to talk about, Joe, and I'll go to you because I know you said in the group after the game or the next day, why has no one mentioned that the second goal Crocombe should have saved? Did you? I don't know. I'm not. I
sort of went back on that a bit after because you do see it a lot. First initial thought, I think he should have saved it. He's got one hand to it. But then part of me thought after, when I watched it back properly, I thought, listen, it's quite close. It has come at him at quite some pace. It is hard to react quick enough. So, yeah, I don't know.
I'm jumping ahead a bit. And we'll come back to the Charlton game in a minute and spend as long as you like on that. But like you said a minute ago, Warren, with Langstaff, fair play to him. You can't argue with his work rate, and he's adapted his game massively since he's come to the club. He's had to because he's not going to score the goals he scored in other divisions in this division for us. Another one this week has been Crocombe. Now a lot of people in the comments when I said if we get Bannon and we get a striker with experience in the short term and we get this Sunderland kid Patterson could get promoted. A lot of people said, why do we need another goalkeeper? Crocombe has been really good. Warren, do you think it's a little bit of a case of what you said earlier about Langstaff? He's done very, very well, unexpectedly. But if we want to push that next level, we need to be a little bit ruthless.
Yeah. I think, Dan, if you look at the next couple of months, right, who we're playing, especially away from home, we've got some hard games, big games where we're going to be under the cosh. So we need the goalie to be kind of top kind of draw. That's kind of where I'm thinking with that as well.
What do you think about Crocombe's performance, the O'Maras?
I think I don't think he's done too much wrong. I think he's been all right, solid for us. But going back to this whole thing of being ruthless, where you see teams at the top of this league, they do it every year. They might be top, running away with it, and they might have had players there that's got them in that position and done really well, but they always go and strengthen in January. They're ruthless. Even if you've got good players there that have done a job, if someone better is available, fair play, brilliant what you've done so far, but we need this next level to push.
Ipswich
exactly.
Ipswich are a good example, weren't they, Pete? They've just gone and bought. Is it Mehmet? What's his name? From Bristol City. I mean, they've hit Fulham. I know they lost on Saturday, but they've hit Fulham at a good time. They got a lot of forward-thinking players. They've got Jack Clark, Hurst.
Signing that Sunderland player we were linked with a couple of weeks ago, I think.
And they've gone out and they showed a bit of intent. We'll get on to the transfer window shortly. But let's move on to Saturday. Why not, eh? The derby, I predicted a 3-0. We need to bring score predictions back, actually. Just getting the time.
I realised we ain't done
that. I'd be useless at them. I can't.
I have to chat, yeah, but
you're useless.
It's just a bit of fun, and it's just a bit of fun. But where I'm obviously I'm busy at work now. It's hard enough to get the videos edited that I need to film myself without doing the other stuff, boys. But moving on to Saturday, I want to start with this because I get people from different eras and different times, and there's things that like I can edit videos and all that quite well, I think. But sometimes I'll have to get my phone and go to Henry. I've got to do this, do it for me. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, you know what I mean? It is what it is. But the fact that people, I get it, people at Henry's age, people when on Saturday, and I thought the club had a world here, by the way, by getting Sir Gary Oldman and Sir Daniel Day-Lewis there. Gary Oldman I'll get. But some of my comments went, I'm 70 and I've never heard of either of them. Joe, you said earlier you've never really heard of them.
I've heard Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah, this is the thing. Look, they're standing together. They're both local. They're both Mill boys. But Daniel Day-Lewis is fucking a megastar. Like the work he's done is unbelievable. For example, it's an old school film with Pete Postaway, but In the Name of the Father. Like, I get the feeling it's like people saying I don't know who Tim Robbins is. I know he's not. He's American, and I ain't seen Shawshank Redemption. Like, it's that sort of level. But it did make me laugh when people were like, I actually sent it to Henry's mum, right? She loves because she loves slow horses. I think he's shit, to be honest. And I went, oh, look who was at the Den Saturday. She went, who were they? Pete, you please tell me you know.
No.
Oh,
No. I've heard the name, but I thought Gary Oldman was a singer. No.
Gary Newman.
do you know? This could blow your mind. Do you know Gary Oldman, by the way, is one on the left. Do you know who his sister is?
Mo, the
Layla Morse.
that's it, yeah.
Yeah, look, Warren's from 300 miles away and he knows, boys.
I
Who's
don't know these.
Big Mo out of EastEnders.
No way, that's his sister.
You know about a film called Nil by Mouth, Ray Winston? Gary Oldman directed it.
No.
Whereas we need to do a Lions TV watch-along movie night.
You need to get them two on the program.
Believe me, I've tried. Daniel Day-Lewis. Yeah. I mean, I'm not being. Maybe I'm jumping the gun here. But help me out in the comments. That is like Leonardo DiCaprio being at Millwall, or who's a fucking unbelievable. That's like.
Well, did he play the Gangsters of New York? Is that him?
Yeah, he's in Gangs of New York. Yeah.
Oh, right. Gangsters
Yeah,
of New
If
York.
I saw that picture, I'd be like, who the hell are they?
Yeah. I ain't got a clue.
The club did well. Well done, Warren. He's proper Millwall and South London, Warren. Look. Yeah, they're fucking. But look, the game itself. So, someone take us away on the performance. Was we that good?
I was going to say, right, just unfortunately for Charlton, the way we've been playing, I think it was only a matter of time before we done that to a team. I think if we was playing another team sort of like bottom half of the league, we would have done the same thing. But as your timing, it's come against them. And it was just a complete performance. And I was sort of, even in my video at the end, like after the game, I was like, sort of the emotions over it. I was, over the moon. It was kind of hard to sort of sum up and put into words. Just brilliant.
It wasn't just that. It was like domination from start to finish, wasn't it? Really.
Yeah.
And it was, every time when we beat someone, everyone goes, "Oh, but they was shit. They was shit." I went, "No, but you've still got to knock shit over, it, you? Do you know what I'm saying?"
Yeah.
And we did, and we played against 10 men and not been able to beat them and things like that. But that was, like I said about square pegs and round holes. That was every man to a T doing his job, playing in the right position, right? And it just goes to see. I think Warren said something's happening down here. Something's happening down here. And I believe too as well. And I'm going to go the opposite to Warren. I think that we can push for that second place, especially looking at these last 3 or 4 performances. When there's always that one team that goes on a roll, I think, forget about Hull and all that, I think we're going to be that team. But the only thing that lets us down is we needed to strengthen, and we haven't really.
We're going to get onto that. We're going to get onto that after this game. We'll get onto other bits.
But brilliant performance, brilliant.
You was there Saturday, mate. I know. What was your take on that?
I it's a weird game as well because the first half we were in total control. 3 great chances, but scored 1 goal. And in the second half, thinking, right, we've got to kill them off, get a second, get a third. And the longer the game went, a game had chances, didn't take any chances, and you almost start to panic for a bit. Because even though you're in total control, all it takes is one mistake.
Yeah.
That's it.
And it nearly happened.
Yeah. And that, I think, well, we won 4-0, and don't know, we played really well. But you've got to kill teams off in a straight up. There's no straight away, sorry, but kind of as soon as you can, put them to bed. Like if it'd been half time 3-0, job done. Game would have been over, but half time it was only 1.
We've had a lot of games like that, though, haven't we? Where we might sort of go 1-0 up and we get more chances, but we never. Other than that, Saturday, there's always been the potential there. A lot of games this season to put teams to the sword, and we just don't seem to go to that next level. But in the same argument, even if it's a 1-0 or 2-1, it's still 3 points on the board to me. Even if we've missed a few chances, all that matters is the 3 points. But what I think it's going to come down to is these other teams are doing so well around us. For us to get that second spot, I think it's going to come to it's going to be the games we play against the teams around us. And you know what? Whether it's Ipswich, Hull, Middlesbrough, I don't fear any of them. I feel like we're not going to beat any of them. And that's what it's going to come down to when we've got to play them.
I heard today on the way I'm on TalkSport as well, though, when Darren Bent was talking about us and that we're doing well. I'm like, fucking, we're actually starting to get mentioned in a few places. Two acting legends that some people have never heard of. Work the ground, great work for the club. Like, and I see that posted everywhere. Like the championship's massive, blah blah blah. And I heard them say on TalkSport that Ipswich, Coventry got Middlesbrough coming up in a couple of weeks. So that's an opportunity. We still got to play both of them away, yet, haven't we?
Yeah.
All 3.
No, we've got to play. Who've got to play Middlesbrough away?
Yeah, Middlesbrough, Hull as well, Ipswich.
Ipswich away is on my birthday.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, the actual Saturday, the day of my birthday.
Oh, fucking hell. It's Henry's birthday tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah, and mine the day after. Mine the day after.
How old is he?
He'd be 19.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, I know. It's fucking nuts, isn't it? I'll be 35.
All a number, Dan. All a number.
Hayden is a man who's known me since I was 5. Hayden, me and solo builder Hayden Vidler, we grew up in the same road together. Hope you're all, mate. Very much appreciated. Very kind donation. I don't know. We'll get to what your question is about. It's about shortly, but 4 goals. I actually thought Coburn got the first. A long way away from it. But look in that photo with his shirt back there. That went on and on and on. The fucking referee. Someone put in the group. I think it's Telly put it in the week. So-and-so's the ref. And I don't really pay attention to that. Afterwards, I was like, oh, my God. The first half, I didn't feel like I agree with Warren. I don't think we played that well, but he didn't let the game flow at all, did he?
No.
Stoppage after stoppage. I think we started like 23 shots.
Still give us a pen, though, that we missed.
Talking about square pegs in round holes, that was the starting 11. I'm hearing, well, I knew, but someone else has said it in the comments now, so it's fair game. Allo was going to start on the left, but he got ill. Is it just me that can only see that there, with the exception of putting Nesley in the 10, dropping Langstaff out, moving Doty up to left wing, and putting Zach Sturge at left back, is our best team by an absolute mile?
That is it, exactly what you just said there. I thought about it earlier. Pushed Doughty up on the wing.
Because when we signed him to play high, apparently. I mean, fair play to Doty against Watford and on Saturday. He was basically playing in 2 positions. He was everywhere at the back and everywhere going forward. He's just got that Premiership quality. It's just his fitness, isn't it? But Doty up to left wing, Nesley in the 10, Langstaff, unfortunately, nobody said he got to be ruthless, out, and Sturge left back. It's a very, very good side, boys, isn't it?
That is it.
But
then, depending on the game, I think just Ivanovic.
I'm going through a question in the group earlier. We're going to get onto that because that was going to be my response. But of course, eventually we got the second goal. I did start thinking it wasn't going to come. Focus on that guy in the middle that scored it. Oh my God, what a fucking signing. But there's a little undertone here with all the players we had and we never tried. And it's exactly what West Brom have done with him. I think they got a point, didn't they, against Derby on Friday, and it stopped a rot of 12 or 11 straight away defeats. What a signing, Caleb Taylor. They must be absolutely kicking themselves, Warren, mustn't they? West Brom?
I think Stan, he went alone. Was it last season, in the first part? Or the last season, yeah, Wickham. And so he went back and he thought he'd get a chance and never went anywhere near their squad. And you're thinking, no offence, they're not that kind of great. And yet he can't get anywhere near their squad. And he's keeping us. In the first few games, he looked a bit. He was, I don't know, he was lightweight. He lacked a bit kind of fight. But again, the more he's played, he's got far better. And him and Jake at the back have been absolutely solid.
Beginning of the season, he couldn't get anywhere near the team, could he? It was only because Ryan Leonard got injured, really, that he's come in. Because he shifted Kramer out, didn't he? Kramer was playing centre-back before, but that has been a blessing, really, in disguise, Leonard getting injured, really.
Yeah.
You've got to see Taylor come in.
Well, funnily enough, Kramer slotted straight into the club after being on loan from Exeter, from Brentford. But he was very good at Exeter, so we bought him, went to right back. Everyone was going, he's brilliant, but he's got to play centre back. Then he was gone back to right back, and I actually prefer Kramer at right back.
Yeah.
Caleb Taylor, I thought he was excellent at Crystal Palace. And then he did look shaky for a couple of days. I'll call him the twins because he's similar to Cooper, very attacking. Cooper's actually stopped scoring goals. But one thing I forgot to cover in my post-match is that the physical attention that Cooper gets. A few people highlighted it online, I saw. I don't think it's even on our comments. That Cooper's sort of just, the corner's coming from Doty again, unbelievable delivery. Cooper's just stood still and deliberately took the focus of the two players away. They're wrestling him. He's just gone, all right, do that then.
Dan, watch that goal. Watch the goal that Caleb Taylor scored. You'll see blatantly Cooper, exactly what you're saying. Cooper actually puts his arm round the defender's waist, right, to stop him tracking Caleb Taylor. It's blatant. It's absolutely blatant. And it's like obviously well-worked plan to say, let them concentrate on Cooper. But when the ball, the corner come over, their defender went to go with Caleb Taylor, and Cooper put his arm round his waist, and then it let him go through and get the free header. It was like brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
That most recent comment is it. Bang on.
What?
Cooper isn't the target anymore. He's a distraction.
Yeah.
That's right. Yes, right.
You look, Cooper
That's what they want.
Cooper hasn't really been a major threat
That
at
old
set
Baker.
pieces for the last couple of years. People are sort of thinking
Suss
in
him
the
out.
past now.
People suss you out. This is what I did this debate earlier today with my mate who's an Arsenal fan. I said, Mikel Arteta's going to have them doing a hacker soon. Their end of season goals video would have to be 18 rated, Arsenal. It's all bundles in own goals from corners and fucking...
they're brilliant corners from Saka as well, by the way.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping we'll get from Banham, if he comes in. Barry Banham.
Oh, Barry, yeah.
Yeah, if he puts them corners in brilliantly.
I think Doughty's been quite good though with him.
He's
Yeah,
good
very
balls.
He
Really
just
good balls,
done
yeah.
the long one though, Joe. The long one right over the top. I'm on about the one that lands right on the on the line near the penalty spot.
Well, Saturday for Caleb Taylor's goal.
Well, yeah, that was one, but they normally go a bit further out than that.
Right, so 6 points. And I know it sounds stupid to say, but it didn't even feel like a loss, did it, at Coventry? I know it was. But we, like Pete said, we found a bit of consistency and we didn't be this bipolar Millwall and we got the victory off the back of... I actually think, this is going to sound really fucking stupid, I think the Coventry performance helps us in a way.
Yeah.
Because I thought, we play like that every week.
We're fine. Yeah.
We'll fucking beat anyone else.
Like, it's been
There's
the biggest
the
test
key.
of the season.
That's the key. You've got to play like that every week.
Yeah.
That is the key.
It's
If
been
you
the
drop
biggest...
off,
That's the biggest test of the season, and for the players to be that close, technically we could have won that game, really. So to come away from that performance is give the players a lot of confidence to say, look, we don't fear anyone. If we can do that against them, that's been the strongest team, and narrowly just miss out, could have actually won the game.
Yeah.
I think
Don't fear anyone. You can do that
more
against
despite the defeat, I think more belief come out of that game. For
Yeah,
us going forward.
100%.
Well, we give the players got a standing ovation when we stand up anyway, but we applaud them off the pitch. We stayed there and applauded them off the pitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it ain't like normally you boo them. I mean, you look at the poor old Charlton fans the other day. They was coating their team, weren't they?
They were going nuts at the end.
They was going loon. But
funny.
we actually stood there and applauded all the players who would have come up to us. That's how much it meant to us.
Talking about games, though, just quickly, before we move on to transfer windows, ins and outs, I put in a group today, does anyone want to discuss anything tonight? And Warren, I just talking about the game and the ovation and the Charlton game. You said atmosphere.
I thought it was flat. And I don't know, the game's 12:30 kick-off and people have no other beer and they're kind of, it's not the same as a game at 3 o'clock. But it's a derby match and we're going well and there's got to be a bit more kind of, bit more noise, bit more, and you said last night, and these are the players to kind of feed off the fans. But the fans have got to get behind them as well.
Mm.
Especially,
I think we're a bit quick to jump on it sometimes with a misplaced pass, etc. at home. Has that level of expectancy, Warren, got too much now?
Maybe a bit. I know, Dan, it's like, I think it's just how the fans are, and I'm not picking fault at all. It's how we are, but it's too easy to, he's shit, or he's not done that. Get behind them. Because there'll be games where it'll be easy, there'll be games where it'll be harder, there'll be games where we need to get behind the players and come on, pick them up. Because something like Saturday, second half, we start that chant, with the Monk chant, and honestly, it's like you just see the players lifted.
Do you know what?
That chant is never, nobody sings in the first half, you notice that? It's always the second half.
Do you know what I'll say? I think you're right about the atmosphere. Like, I don't think it's been great for a good few years now. It's nowhere near what it used to be. But is that, and there's been a lot of debate online, I've seen it, since we've become sort of stronger in this league last few years, we're pushing on, we're signing players from overseas, there are a lot more tourists in the crowd now. There's
a lot
in the atmosphere. Like, where we sit in the Dockers Upper, pretty much every home game, I'm hearing different languages, different accents around me. We never used to have that.
That's him.
I'm not saying that's. I'm not saying whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm just saying, does that have an impact?
Joe, when you look back at it, we could make an atmosphere in that ground with 9,000 people, right? And they're the normal ones that go week in, week out. So personally, I don't think there's anything to do with it because they're still the same amount of people that go and give it, you know. We've got to remember we're a club that's been on the up for the last 4 or 5 years now. We're slowly progressing, getting bigger and bigger. Hence, you see the gates have gone up and up and up. You see our away support has gone up and up and up. You know, you go to someone like Bury and you take 200 people on a Saturday. Swindon, you take 300 people. Now, most of our games, because of the way we're playing the sellouts now, we're lucky to get a ticket for most away games. We're a team in the up. And yeah, I think there's a level of expectancy now. I think with a Charlton game, a bit similar to the West Ham game, we all expect to be in a good atmosphere and it never ain't. But I don't know. Sometimes it takes something to spark the crowd, you know, like a dirty tackle or get someone sent off, or it needs something like that to, you know.
Saturday, I'll give you an example. Excuse me. That slide tackle that Alfie Doughty made by the corner.
Yeah.
I guess the goal.
As simple as that.
It gets it all up, you know. It's just, we are a bit flat at times. And the only time probably we get when we score and things like that, or score in the last minute. But I don't
I don't know if it's a level of expectancy now.
But it's still there, Joe. You know what you're saying, Joe, about kind of it has maybe changed over the years. But when the place of Hampton end of last year, especially the second half, that place was jumping that day. I think maybe it was because maybe we went behind that day, and because the penalty was kind of for what it was Jake was kind of pulling on back.
There we go, boys. Norwich have got one back. It's 1-1.
And I think, Dan, that day, it just seemed to, after that goal for Southampton, everyone came to life.
Oh, yeah.
And it felt like how it used to be 15 years ago.
That will live long in
It's
the
still
memory.
there.
That will live long in. That was fucking what a day that was.
What's that one? What was that?
Southampton DP.
We beat Southampton at home.
D2.
Oh, right, 3-2, yeah.
Well, so we're going to speak. Obviously, there's still plenty to come. Sorry, we're an hour and 9 minutes in. Where the fuck's that gone? 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Still 323 watching. Thanks very much, by the way. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We was on current subscriber count. It's coming. There you go. 25,954 at the start of the show. We could pass 26k here tonight. No, we're 25,961 at the minute. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you can't comment in the comments, that's why, because you've got to be a subscriber for 20 minutes. We're going to move on in a minute to players that could potentially, well, I think listen, it's no secret. Barry Bannon is in London and he's going to sign. I expected that to happen today. But a question I'm going to throw out there to you boys, the question that gets asked, quite a generic one, will be, who's your player of the season? I'm not going to ask that, right? What I'm going to ask you boys, one by one, I don't mind who starts. We're talking about all these players coming in. But the worst case scenario, someone comes in, and we've seen it over the years with Fleming, with Tanganga, with Esse. If one player was to go out, who's the worst case scenario would that be?
Aziz.
Joe?
Aziz for me. I get why a lot of people would say Kramer, but I feel like without Aziz in that team, and I've said it a few times, we don't create half as many chances. So it's got to be him for me. We said it earlier. He just makes the whole team tick. So for me, if we lost him, it would be a major blow.
So, for example, Pete, £10 million is on the table. The club said we've accepted a bid from a Premier League club, and they're going to take one of our players. Who's the last one you'd want to lose?
Aziz by a country mile. By a country mile that I told you. And like I say, people have criticised me and go, no, one player that I said,
I don't know why people get the ump with that. I agree with you. I've said it before, but we're not on that team. I don't get
I'm going back. It's certain players in teams that are like galvanised. I mean, even look at, Declan Rice for Arsenal. He was at West Ham, wasn't he, that time? And I remember that West Ham was on like flying at the time. And then all of a sudden they got rid of him and they said to David Moyes, so what do you reckon's happened? Like, why he went Declan Rice? They got rid of their best player.
Made them tick.
Yeah, he made them tick. And Aziz, and what it is, like I said earlier, when he's on the team sheet, they're thinking, hold on a minute, fucking hell, he's coming down that thing and no one stops him. And, I don't know why. He just seems to have so much room. I don't know why they give him so much room. What?
He always does, yeah.
He just seems to have bundles of room. They like no one.
He makes it look easy, Pete.
He gets a lot of time on the ball. We can cut back. He always likes to cut back. And
he just runs of it.
Yeah.
You know that he's going to beat his man. Or if he don't get his man, like I bet if he don't have to beat his man, he can still get the crossing.
I agree with that. And, we've got the best right side attack in the league by none.
100%.
Warren, if you had to lose someone tomorrow out of our side to a Premier League club, who would be the worst case for you?
Stephen Dunn. Exact same. Aziz is just because what in terms of what he can score goals, he can create. He's just a spark as well. The only thing I'll say though is it would depend on who the club had in place to come in. Because if you look at like clubs like Brighton and Brentford, right, their model is if X or Y go, we have somebody else lined up to come in. So if they were better than Aziz, but there's players out there that are like that, But
Sorry,
I don't think.
I'm laughing because John Robertson really knows how to hold a grudge. He's still fucking upset we sold Teddy Sheringham in 1993, one?
Yeah.
Between 91 and 93, wasn't it?
You're right. You're right what you're saying there, Warren, as well. But it's like if you got to look at it, like say, getting that ready player to come in. I think all along we was going to lose Tanganga, and then we got in Kramer, didn't we? Right. But now, if you look at it, and I said to Joe the other day, if you was going to pick between Kramer and Tanganga, we're going to pick Kramer all day long.
Why?
All day long. I mean, Tanganga's a great player. Don't get me wrong, but Kramer's better. It's much
The shit I got for saying SA will never make it, or it could be. Mate, SA had 16 starts for us. What an unbelievable bit of business getting 16 million for him.
Yeah.
Same with Tanganga, man. They've written a record amount of goals, Sheffield United. He was fucking suspended Saturday. He'd actually fucking won a game.
And now he's suspended against us, isn't he?
Yeah, he's suspended against us. We'll get on to that. He's actually got 3 suspensions now as well for Saturday's game, but they come into it off the back of a good result. I wish we had kept Cascarino. He don't mind a bit on TalkSport. Cahill was another big name. I can't see anyone going anywhere. But it's nice to have this conversation. I mean,
but Dave, also you got to look at as well. We got to point out our recruitment the last four years or so. It's been magnificent.
Joe?
We're not buying middle of the range League One players, are we?
No, we have. But you wasn't on the last podcast, Pete. I agree, and what can't speak can't lie. Look at our league position. But Joe doesn't think that Steve Gallen's doing a good job.
Well, listen, look at the players.
He said the same thing before as well.
Who?
That Gallen.
I leave you two to this.
I never speak about Gallen, me. But if you look at the players that we should have signed that we let go, like if we look at the likes of Cresswell, I think he's been linked with Chelsea now, 25 million. Ballard, 20 million. Who's the other one that we had on loan? Cresswell, Ballard, and there was another one that we had on loan. Defender.
Norton Coffee, Pete.
Norton Cuffy.
That's the other one. 25 million.
Norton Cuffy.
Yeah.
Juventus.
Connor loves a bit of Norton Coffee.
Oh, I love
three
him.
players. That's 3 players we could have signed. And we never.
Yeah, we should. If we had the ambition then that we do now, we definitely would have signed. I don't think we would have signed Ballard because of the injury thing, but we would have had Creswell now as well. We probably would have gone by now, but.
And Norton Cuffy might have got in for 3 or 4 million at the time. I don't know.
He was another one, Norton Cuffy. He used to get dogs abuse. And then when he didn't sign and when it was somewhere else, he was going, he's fucking brilliant.
He was good going forward. I think at the back, I think he was that great. Maybe he's still young though. But
No, you're right. He's not.
What thing is, you see about selling a player, and somebody said there, is that if we were to sell a player now in the last week, it would just, for everyone, would just be like it would just be flat.
No one's going anywhere.
Nah, there's no way you can do it. No way, surely. We're on the up and we've got a chance to do something this season. And it's our best chance in years.
Yeah.
No way.
The best chance we've had since we've been back in the Championship for the last 10 years. And probably the best chance we'll have in at least the next 10 years.
And I can't go with why the club ain't grasped that. Because
Right, here we
why
go
they
then.
not? Why
Perfect
they not
segue.
the 1st January? I don't know.
Perfect segue, boys.
If
We
we'd
just
have
said
lost
who
at
would we
Watford,
hate to lose.
if we'd have lost at Watford, the crowd have been going mad, so we ain't signed no one.
I've said in previous videos, live streams and edited ones, I don't think, and I said this right at the start of the window, boys, didn't I? Hang on, where are you going? I'm joking. I'm joking.
He's going to a fag.
I don't think that the club think that we need that many players because we're getting everyone back. And in fairness, looking at a lot of recent performances and form, can you really argue with that?
Yes.
But do we need anyone in, is the question. If so, what positions do we need to be? Look, we know we're going to be all right in this division. We know we're trying to fucking jinx it. It's looking like we're going to make the playoffs. If we want to push that next level and be serious contenders, start with you, Joe. Best not start with Warren because he's not there. How many players and what positions do we need to really go for it?
I'd say 3.
I agree. Go on.
Another centre midfielder, but Bannon deal's pretty much done, isn't it? So take that out of the equation. That would be the one. A left winger. And I think it also depends on some. I get like the whole Langstar thing. People are saying he's doing well now, but I think for that next level, I think you got to see him go out, and we got to get someone else in, another striker. So centre midfield, which is coming in 100% a left winger, 100% a left winger, because I know Maku got his goal the other day. Like fair play, brilliant. But him and Ballo, we need someone stronger there. And then just another striker, because it's all about strength in depth at the end of the day. Even if you're doing well, like I said earlier, these top teams that like Coventry are at the top, every team every year in our league, even if they're at the top, they always strengthen. You've got to be ruthless. You've got to get players in. And that's what pushes you on to the next level.
So you're saying a centre midfielder that's sorted if Bannon... Well, look, Bannon's joining. We know that. It's no secret. It's been put out there. He had his medical yesterday, I think. I actually, again, I heard that on TalkSport. They said he's having his medical yesterday. And then people were posting his Instagram story when his missus driving down to London. So that's going to be done. Warren, if we need to be taken seriously, be ruthless and push for that top two, how many players do we need in and in what positions?
4, Dan.
4.
4.
Go on.
Someone in goals.
Okay.
Left winger, striker, and central midfielder as well.
I think he's right, actually. Because we've
Find
got
the team.
goalkeeper, 4. Goalkeeper.
Someone put in big fucking capital letters the other day. Goalkeeper. The other day, a minute ago. I've lost it already. It's fucking loads of comments. Someone put goalkeeper in capital letters.
Probably agree
I think the goalkeeper, he has done well. He's made, 2-3 mistakes maybe in the last, 15 games he's played?
And he's only, in his defence, I always say, if a goalkeeper's going to make a mistake, in hindsight, if it comes when it hasn't cost you. Like Bender at Norwich, for example. I think Crocombe had a couple of shaky ones. Pompey away?
Pompey, Blackburn as well. 2 goals at Blackburn he was at fault for.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, with McNamara.
I went down and carried them at. I just think he was signed, obviously, in last summer. He came not to start every week. What happened with Bender? Because Bender was a joke. Let's face it, it was. Like, how he's a goalie, you're having a laugh.
Joe.
Yeah.
So, Warren and Joe, you're agreeing with Evan there. You're saying a striker, a left winger, a central midfielder.
I completely forgot about the goalkeeper. Otherwise, I would have said 4.
Right, so you're both in agreement then, yeah?
Again, that feeds back to if we want to make the top 2, or even you've got to have absolute players that are
100%.
You've got to be kind of.
Peter?
10. Because the amount of interest we keep getting, we need to replace a lot of them, right? No. Seriously, would you consider if Smallbone was fit, that a new signing if he come back? If he come back tomorrow, would that be like a signing for the central mid?
I'd say so, yeah.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I might be doing us a disjustice here, but I was sitting here the other day and I thought, fucking hell, Smallbone, imagine he was fit. And I thought, if someone said to me 4 or 5 years ago, when we're competing for, we used to see, and we still see it now, but we see the next level of it. For example, this is really random. When Conor McLaughlin saw Millwall were in competition with Fleetwood and so for Conor McLaughlin. Now we're seeing Millwall in competition for so with Stoke and bigger clubs. But if someone had said to me 5 years ago, in 5 years' time, you're going to have Smallbone and Barry Bannon at your club, I'm not saying it fucking will be, as I'd have gone fuck off.
Do you know what? It's very interesting because say he weren't at us right now, yeah? If we went and signed Smallbone tomorrow, new player coming in, I'd go, what a signing. So technically, if they went, he's fit next week, that could be your new centre midfield. If he's 100% fit, then I'd say you wouldn't need anyone. You'd look, if he's fit, you look at the strength we then have in centre midfield. Yeah. Missile and Denor have been unbelievable last few games.
Yeah.
You then got Bannon coming in. You had Smallbone fit. Negley can play there as well.
Del Boy.
That's an unreal centre midfield.
Smallbone was coming into his own just before he got injured.
Yeah.
He was just coming into his own.
Really.
And then he just got injured, and we thought, bloody hell, when he came off that game, I thought, I couldn't believe he was just trying to show a bit of class. But I don't know what the situation is with him. But, yeah, agree, central mid, definitely a striker, definitely a left winger. And I agree with all what Boy said, really.
Do you know what? Like, I don't disagree with what everyone's saying, but a lot of you and on the comments, people are highlighting the left winger. And I don't rate Ballo and I don't rate Amaku, but I don't think it's our biggest priority, in my opinion.
You know what? Someone put, it was back near the beginning, but I can't remember who it was. Someone put a very interesting comment, which I agreed with, where it said Negley can play on that left wing and he sort of tucks in and lets Doughty go down. And that actually worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I agree with. Look, I won't say no to 4 players coming in those positions. I don't think that. For me, I just think we don't need a left winger particularly. I think the manager, for all his positives, the only negative I've got, needs to recognise that Doughty should be playing on the left wing. Because if we've got Doughty left wing, I don't think anyone's better.
Yeah,
we've got the 2 best wingers in the division almost there.
Mm.
And people going, he ain't a winger. We signed him. He used to play left wing back in the Premier League. He's basically playing left wing back for us, playing 2 positions.
You've got Sturridge at left back. Yeah.
We're talking there, boys, right? And this, again, another discussion we had in the group chat. I should just had everyone here near to the group chat, the Lions TV one. It's been popping lately again, isn't it? Like, I didn't check it. I was on a meeting earlier at work on Zoom, and I fucking looked at my phone. It's like 47 messages. I was like, fucking hell. What I missed here? We was talking about, you just said there, Mitchell and Denor. Funnily enough, Billy Mitchell's now, again, everyone's favourite player. And people say for years, he's my tongue up his arse and his shit. I don't think Casper's been as good lately, but I think that's because he will be, but he's coming back and he needs more game time. So Warren, we was talking about, I remember you was in the midst of this discussion. People were saying, okay, we're going to join in the comments and I'll put some on the screen. We're going to sign Barry Bannon. So who's going to be dropped? Mitchell or Denor? Warren, does anyone need to be dropped? Or is this just squad rotation now? Brilliant.
Yeah.
We've got all 3 of them.
I think that's what it's going to be, because you got what, 17 games, 18 games to go. That's the next, what, 3 months? So some people get injured, some people will be tired, so it's just a matter, or certain games, you might know what, well, kind of, maybe at home, we'll go to teams, we'll play this way. If we're away, you know what, we'll try and sit back and...
Do you know what I thought about earlier on, right?
17 games to go. Yeah, go on, Joe, sorry.
We're having that conversation about, and it is quite a hard one, like, it's hard to drop Denor or Mitchell at the minute. The only, and kind of like what Warren's saying, say it's an away game or something and you need to pack out that midfield, there is a way where you could have all 3 of them playing, I'd say. If you went like a 4-3-3, or you could call it a 4-5-1, really. Open Ivanovic up top. You could have Aziz on one wing, Doughty on the other, I'm going to go. And then you could have Bannon, Mitchell and Denor in there together. And
It's similar to when you had Smallbone in.
Yeah.
I think that works better for us. Instead of the out-and-out 10, someone there said...
take the 10 out of the equation.
That's what I do. That's what 100%.
Do you know what? I've seen some... I have to disagree. I've seen a few people mention that Bannon in the 10. I don't feel like he's a 10. I feel like he's more of a deep-lying playmaker, if anything.
I'll tell you what, definitely ain't deep line. He's fucking airline. Someone said a minute ago, what about Luongo? I tell you, he does a lovely bit of commentary on the old Millwall
We
TV.
ain't seeing him again.
He was revealing all the secrets on Saturday. You watched it back when the Maku scored. He was like, I'm so pleased for him, because that's one thing he really gets on himself about, is he's not scoring enough goals. I thought, fuck him right. But yeah, no, Luongo's done, mate, for the season. Luongo ain't going to play this season again. And they only got 1 year deal, I believe. But I said to you boys the other day, everyone was going, oh, I'd play at the minute. People were saying, oh, I'd drop Denor and play Mitchell. People say no, because Denor will get to his level of fitness and be better than Mitchell. I was saying, I don't think this is a conversation we need to have. We all say, well, fucking this one's injured. We've got the rotation there. We've managed, someone put there in the comments, managing minutes better.
Yeah.
I think anyone needs to drop, like Joe said, I think it depends who we're playing and what way we want to play as to who starts.
Yeah.
But
And it's that strength in depth. If you had one of them, if you saw Denor, Mitchell, Smallbone, Bannon, if you see either one of them on the bench, you're thinking, I often take account of how strong our bench is as well. And that makes our bench
is a big thing now in football. The bench is a big thing.
Yeah, if you look at the bench
back in the day, like you'd be fuming if you weren't in the starting 11. Now the way football's gone, they're just all used to it. They accept it, and
all the top teams, you can look at their bench and go, "What a strong bench!" There's players there that can come on and change a game. When we've had the injuries, going back sort of like maybe November, December. I'm not the only one. A few people were going, "Oh, that's a really weak bench. Doesn't look good." But as you get everyone coming back,
it was AI characters at the time, wasn't it? It was AJ Matthews, it was Kamal Grant, it was fucking Zach Lovelock.
It's hard there now, mate.
They knew that was never coming on. They're just basically a fucking body, aren't they? Just got absolute fucking worst case scenario. Where was we? And someone, was at Southampton, me, Henry, Kenny, and Danny, and we said Langstaff started because the Serb and Koba both injured, and someone said, "What do you think he'd do if Langstaff, God forbid, got injured?" And Kenny went, no, I think Danny went, he'd bring on AJ Matthews. I went, he fucking wouldn't. He'd put Aziz or Nesley up front. Like, he's literally a body. But here's a question.
Banker or Williams, I forgot about him.
How about alone?
Yeah, I'll send him. Is it Jack Howland? He's much better player than him.
Fucking Jack, like I said a minute ago, Danny McNamara. Like, where's all these players gone?
Forgot about McNamara.
Yeah.
2-1 Norwich. Coventry are losing. Fucking get in.
Top spots there for the taking.
Here we go. Here we go.
Well, imagine we actually beat them the other night, right? And they lost today. You couldn't rule out top spot. I'm getting ahead of myself. I believe.
It's proving that maybe I was wrong the other night, because when all you boys were Joe, you remember you was especially vocal saying like, if we beat them, we close the gap to 6. And I was like, I think he's looking at the bigger picture. I think he's looking at the block games. But on the back of this tonight, maybe I was wrong, because I really think it's fucking taking.
I'm
went against everyone and really turned up against us, didn't they, Coventry?
I'll tell you what I've done. I'll give you the other, like in the corner at the end of the game. Frank Lampard and all the players going up in the players and giving all that.
Nonsense.
Fair enough. You just got made the playoffs, so you just been promoted.
Yeah,
every game,
I get that. But every game they're doing it, and I'm thinking, mate, you're lucky to get away with that. Why are you going as if you won the FA Cup?
Joe.
Dan Kelly, that's another one.
Dan Kelly, fuck. We was raging about Dan Kelly a minute ago. Derek Mazzucco.
And another one I forgot. You look at all them players you got at centre midfield now. Throw Kelly and Mazzucco. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Kundal come on the score, by the way. I didn't even know he was on the fucking pitch the weekend. Right, this is a good question, and it's nothing against any of these players, because I love the fucking pair of them. But Kenny made a very interesting point, because Kenny obviously never used to rate Billy Mitchell. Now, Kenny said Billy's playing so well and Denor still need games that if he had to pick one of them, he would pick Mitchell. Kenny said to me, we're getting to the stage now again, pursuing this next level, being ruthless. They're both very good, Mitchell and Denor, but are they too similar to play together?
I said that before. I've said that, yeah, but if you look at the last few games, the way they've been playing it's getting us results.
Do you know what? Billy Mitchell had, I know I'll get accused of being up his arse. Him and George Saville played fucking so many games together in the season when we just missed out the playoffs. And he dropped Mitchell for no reason, Gary Rowett. But apparently he's in line for the Leicester job, by the way. Someone texted me earlier. That's on the group.
The Leicester job?
Yeah.
Desperate.
You know what? My mate texted me the other night. Gary Rowett was doing commentary, or doing the co-coms. He went, look at the fucking size of Gary Rowett's ear holes. I got massive. I said,
huge.
He's probably swollen listening to this fucking sound of his own voice. That's why mine are getting big. But Mitchell and Denor, does that game? I said Rowett dropped him out against Birmingham away. It's when Benekofobi got the penalty. We drew 2-2 and we didn't win. Like Joe said, is it fine as it is because we're getting great results from them, or if we want to pursue that next level, we'll be open to saying, do you know what? What Kenny said was spot on. To be fair, he said they both do they're both very good passing. They both protect the back four. Are they too similar? If Bannon comes in, boys, I don't know. Talk to me.
It's working, I think. I said they're very similar, but I'm like, if they've got a good partnership there and it's working and it's getting us results, then I always say if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Warren?
Things that I suppose you look at the whole team as well, right? Because if the two of them play and say in front of them, we score 3 or 4 goals, right? It's what?
Lillard, Ryan Lillard. Fucking hell. Sorry, mate, go on.
Whereas if we play the two of them and we draw 0-0, everyone's like, oh, they were just sitting back and going forward was lack that kind of killer pass or somebody getting into the box. Because as much as they're both good players, how many goals have they scored in the past 2 years between them? Was it 3 goals, four goals in the league?
Well, I was going to say I agree with Joe, but now I agree with you. I think Casper sits deeper. I think Billy Mitchell has got more legs and is very in people's faces. Turns teams over very well. Don't give him a second to get on the ball. But I'm assuming, I agree with what you say, Warren, there's not enough goals there. And I'm assuming that's what this 10 is for. Then I would argue, go back to if Smallbone was fit, if Bannon's there, I think the 3 would work better because it would allow someone to bomb on from a central midfield position.
I will see that. I think you should. I know that it's 10, but I think maybe 3 in there. But kind of maybe 2 just in behind a bit, and 1 just in front of them, or you one that came to the left. So
We've got an embarrassment of riches when we're all fit.
So true.
Yeah.
Pete, what do you think? Denora Mitchell, are they too similar? Would you play a 10? Would you play, which leads on to another question that Warren put in the group chat earlier, wanted to speak about tonight. What's our best formation?
I think, yes, they are very similar, but they work, don't they? They actually work.
Yeah.
And as a unit, it's like I say, when you go back to that whole game where the whole just run through us, because we had 2 right backs playing in centre mid, that would never happen with Denora and Billy Mitchell in the team, never in a million years. So they got away with one there. What I would like is that midfielder, like in the mould of Vieira, like Trotter years ago, that where one will lay back and then the other can pick the ball up and run with it and back defences up. Trotter used to do that, like a Patrick Vieira type player. And Joe knows the other player I used to like from Preston years ago.
Dixon Atuhu.
That sort of gangly run that runs at team, backs teams up. We just need that other little bit of pace going forward from the middle. That's the only thing I think and I know you talk about a 10 in that role, and I think if you didn't play the 10 and you had the 3 across the middle and you had the centre one that was the one that run through, that was the attacking midfielders, you call them, yeah? 2 defensive midfielders.
Yeah, well,
back 2 up front.
It would have been like we played a diamond back in the day, and it would be an anchor. Would be
one baller back and 2 came in front of him.
Yeah, give one of the midfielders carte blanche to go forward. Run forward. So if he loses the ball, you've got Billy and Denore there that can sweep things up at the back.
We've never really done that, have we? We've not really in recent years had a player in that centre midfield. And I've seen it done against us loads of times where other teams have got a player, pick the ball up in centre midfield
and run.
Just be direct, run straight. We never do.
Backs you up.
We haven't got a player that does that in the centre midfield.
I'd love to have a player like that.
So what's the best formation, boys? Warren, you asked the question in the group, so you said you want to talk about it. Now you got to give us an answer in front of 301 people.
I think, Dan, the end of last season, he changed to what 4-4-2 and it worked. I think at times there's something going back to that as well. I'm going to say again, not for every game. Certain games, I think it's, and Neil's no daft. He'll know kind of how to tweak it, what to do. I just think there's got to be maybe some changes for the next kind of games coming up.
I think going back to Saturday's game, right? People were saying, "Why has he dropped the Serb?" And I said, "Well, I think that's it." And by the way, that was the formation. It was definitely the formation with Langstaff in behind Coburn. I don't know whether the manager's a little bit, because it worked really well, the 4-4-2, didn't it? And then it didn't, and I don't know whether he's a little bit reluctant to go back to it.
I get that, yeah.
It's a bit one-dimensional, but I just think at the same time, I mean, it's brilliant to have these options. I think it could work really well with Doherty and Aziz on the wings, and then Kramer and fucking Sturge behind them with the legs they got overlapping.
That would be it for me.
What, the 4-4-2?
No, sorry. What you just sort of had up on the screen, but say Doughty on the wing where Negley is, replace Negley into where Langstaff is, and then have Sturge at left back. That's our strongest lineup then.
Yeah, see, I like the idea of Bannon or Smallbone in where Langstaff is. I know people are going to go, what are you talking about? I'm not overly fussed about. I know he's not fit in a minute. I'm not overly fussed about Negley. But then if you do that, you're going to have what I've just said. You're going to have 3 central midfielders, 2 high wingers, and only 1 up front. Is it not attacking enough? I just think, like what you said, Joe, it's horses for courses, isn't it? And I think depending on who and where you're playing,
you need that squad rotation.
Yeah.
You look at the likes of, I know it's a bit far-fetched, but you look at like Man City when they're winning the league, the strength in depth they've got.
Yeah.
They could probably field 2 first teams. And you want to have that. You want to look at that bench, as I keep saying, and go, yeah, you've got the players there, and that's what matters.
Plus, I think we've got to learn as well as for too long we kind of push players to break them. And we've got to try and kind of sometimes. I know players want to play every minute, every game, but sometimes it's got to be no what that today. Just go on the bench, rest. Come back here next week.
Rotation, players get to have a rest certain games, and when you've got strong players there,
that's what we need. And at Coventry, a lot of people were fuming about it, but perhaps like I said in a video the other day, apparently my mate told me I didn't even know this. We've got a new, not fitness coach. What's he called?
Sports scientist.
Scientist.
Yeah.
He's coming since November, and he's managing the minutes a lot better. I'll tell you when this works fucking brilliantly. Sean Williams in the 6, Saville in the 8, Wallace and Ben Marshall on the wings, and Morrison and Gregory up front.
Oh, yeah.
Although granted, a lot of that was in League One, wasn't it? But yeah, that them two were fucking brilliant together. But I would like you said earlier, Joe, I would like to see us pack the midfield a bit more. Games
against a strong team, I'd say away from home.
But I think people think that'll make us less attacking. I think it'll make us more attacking because we get more as a unit.
It all depends on the opposition. You've got to have options for every game, and like Neil knows what he's doing. When you look at us, it will look at a certain team and go, right, they're going to pack out the midfield. We're going to have to do the same, counter exactly what they're doing.
I mean, it's lovely. It's lovely options to have, isn't it? It's really good options to have at the minute. And players like we've even forgot about. Here's another one, Rafik Lamptey.
Who?
It's a shame. Who? He come on. Rafik Lamptey come on against Burnley, turned them over, put through Coburn for the goal.
Do you know what? Maybe Benicio Baker can do a job on the left wing.
I'm not saying he's any good player, but he's just fucking.
Where is this guy?
Who is this guy? He's not real. He's an AI character. He looked really good in pre-season. I suppose this is what happens with big squads. What about Zach Lovelace? Do you want to share what happened?
Me?
Did you messaged him?
Yeah, I sent a happy birthday message. Said, when are we going to see you back?
When are you going to see you back? And I generated an AI answer, didn't I? I fucking put it on the group. Hi, Joe. Thanks for your well wishes. Blah, blah, blah.
No one picked up on the group that was ChatGPT.
Does he even exist? I said Benicio Baker Boatly, even he couldn't get in. He even tried changing his name, didn't he? And fucking still couldn't get in. He dropped one of the B's, didn't he?
The thing is, those two players have been there now a year.
A whole year, that's ridiculous.
It's
This is where it come from off the back of you being fuming because she was like, hang on, Gallen ain't doing a good job. Gooden, that's him winning. Gooden's great Turkish, by the way. Taking Mrs. Their jokes. I know you're around the area now. Yeah, like fucking, is Gallen doing a good job? She went, that was a fucking year ago today. We signed all them players.
Yeah, but like they've come in. Like I was quite excited when they signed. Like you're thinking, oh, they're going to have a lot of potential. But where are they?
Do you know a question? When is the transfer window finished anyway?
next Monday. I think it is.
Is it
Monday?
Yeah.
Yeah, next week Mondays. What date is that? I'm
The
sure
transfer
it's-
deadline.
Second.
Yeah. Oh, it's the 26th of January today.
What?
What
Yeah,
happened?
it's
Like,
next week. It'll be done 7 p.m. on Monday.
Barry Bannon is. I think it's no. Oh, hang on. Teddy's saying that Lovelace didn't reply. Oh, he didn't actually reply.
No, he didn't. That was. I've done that on ChatGPT.
I've only just realised as well. Yeah. Worst case, boys. This is another question. Warren was like, yeah, we don't sign anyone. Is it the end of the world? And what's the outcome?
Good question. End of the world. Thing is, it depends, Dan. If everyone stays fit, no, it's not the end of the world. Because that team on their day, as we said on Saturday, we can beat Hull, we can beat Ipswich, we can beat Preston, we can beat whoever we're playing. But I still think we just that we can boost.
Yeah, a little boost, a little Manjaro boost just to help us along the way. Pete,
Mate, I'll be devastated. If we
the end
don't
of the world,
sign anyone, I'll be devastated because, you know, we're in this position, and like I say, best position for years, right? And we've got a really, really, really good chance of moving on from here. And what it was, when you bring other quality players in, it makes all the other players play that much better.
Yeah.
Yeah? It makes them up their game a bit more, going, well, I don't want to lose my place to him. And it gives an extra 5-10% out of them players. And I just think we are in dire need, even just to sign them, to say, right, they're on the bench and they're ready. Do you know what I'm saying? Just to give the players another little kick out of it and go, come on, our places ain't guaranteed here. Let's give the extra 5-10%. Don't let no one take my place.
I think that's why the Serbs started scoring. I think that's why the Serbs started scoring again, and why because Coburn's come back and started scoring. But Pete, what we're saying about players, when you said you were devastated, and I laughed. All jokes aside, I remember you saying that in about October. We've got a real chance here. 1st of January. Let's not fuck around and wait 31st of January.
I've always said it, 1st of January. Why wait till the 1st of February? You know, we've got to remember as well, we were depleted with injuries, right? And you would have thought, with all the injuries we had, that Millwall would have in plan to bring a couple of loan side at least for the 1st of bloody January. That's what makes me very frustrated to think that they never lined up a couple of players for the 1st of January to take, like, you know.
I know they've said before, and I've said it before as well, like because I've heard them say it. It's not as easy in January because the season's underway. People have got their squads, people have got their targets in terms of league positions and where they are in the league, maybe unexpectedly or expectedly. So it's harder to. It's like buying a fucking house. It's like, well, we love your house, but we ain't sold our house yet. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them. Joe, what do you think if we don't sign anyone?
Because other teams are doing it, aren't they? Every team around us is doing it. And Gallen come out and promised that we're going to do our business early.
Promise.
We'll have a couple of players coming in early doors. Where are they?
Yeah.
Sorry, but
I
don't think that's really an excuse because exactly what I've just said. Everyone around us is strengthening. Yeah. And I think it would be a bad thing if we didn't bring players in because this has been the closest we've been. That second spot is there for the taking, I'm telling you, right? And if we look back on this season and we've missed out on promotion and we've not signed anyone, I would look back and go, the biggest problem was we didn't strengthen in January.
Yeah.
Agree, I do.
Agree.
And it is still currently Norwich 2, Coventry 1, 85 minutes. which currently sees us 9 points, still 9 points behind and no game in hand. We're 6 points behind Middlesbrough. It's not impossible, boys, is it?
Honestly, Dan, signing players, right? I said the other week, it's the right players coming in as well. Because, he always sign a player, right? But if they're not better than what we've got, what's the point? Because we're signing the player. And I get why we want a player in, but they've got to be better.
Strength in depth. Say if someone gets injured again. We've seen it.
Joe,
imagine they don't know. Imagine they don't get injured. You can have a fucking lot of players knocking on his door. But he's got the answer, isn't he? I've had to get players in because none of you.
That's a good problem to have.
Bro, he's brilliant. Yeah, of course he is. 100%.
It's like having players on the bench, right? You have players on the bench, but you want players on the bench that can come on and can change that game.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
No players like Wes Harden. Like, why is he still there? Because he's never going to change the game. He's never good enough to start a game.
Got to say, boys, just finally, with all the injuries we have had, with all the one-off terrible fucking performances and bad drubbings we've had, we're now back in the plus goal difference. Is he doing a good job? Is he not? With us not signing anyone in January so far, what a fucking unbelievable position to be in. Yeah.
And you got to push on. You got to push on. That's what I'm saying. It's like, we're in this position. Make a statement. Go, bang.
I personally think we're due this to be in this position. We've sort of for years, and it's all part of the plan to strengthen every year. Yeah. We should be here. We should be knocking on. We've been in, what's it, 9th? Is it 9 years? Have I got that wrong?
9 years. Yeah. This is the 9th.
We should be pushing now. We should be where we are.
It's like getting these signings like back in the day. Oh, that was League One. But when you brought this Claridge in, and I know Cotty didn't do well, but like like Brandon, and then an experienced striker. Like the Patrick Bamford mould, that sort of one who's been there. And, keep him always, but he's already someone. Someone who we know, an older striker, maybe 32, 33, knows where the back of the net is.
Ollie McBurney should have been the one we should have gone for. I said at the time. Yeah. And the new model, I said before, the new model is the new model. But in this instance, like when we got Dion Dublin that year, just a little fucking short. That's why I think Bannon's fucking perfect. So I think Bannon's perfect.
On that level, yeah.
I don't not rate Crocombe, but I think the Sunderland keeper, Bannon, for that previous Premier League experience, for someone who's been there and done it and played fucking 480 games for Sheffield Wednesday, just to be around it, just to give us that push. And to be fair, getting Bannon is just basically like getting back Luongo on steroids, isn't it, from fucking injury? Yeah. And I think that's what we need with a striker. If you could put a fucking time machine and bring back Steve Claridge or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, even if they played a lot, just to be around, like we said earlier, just be around Ivanovic and
calm things down
a bit and guide them a bit. And just
on the bench the last 10, 15 minutes of games.
Yeah.
And who is out there that could do that?
People were saying there in the comments, Joe Peru, what his fucking name is. So look, it's wages. The problem is wages, isn't it? But I think for these people like Bamford, we've missed out on. People might say the wages are too much. Ollie McBurney was the one, but I said it. He scored 11 league goals, Ollie McBurney. He was injured for about 2 months and all. It's wages to, I won't even say scale of what we are now, because I think we're there, like with this sort of, like with the hype, and I don't think people will go now as they would have done 3 years ago. Fuck, I ain't going to play for Mill. Are you mad? I think there's a genuine buzz, not just from our fans and the club.
Yeah.
I told you we're a team on the up. We have been the last 4 or 5 years. Slowly progressing.
The thing is, Dan, I agree like exactly with what you're saying. The likes of, we've named a few there, but how many more are there? I think we've missed them. You sort of proper championship experience striker, where we think you like some McBurney, all the what Bamfords, who's the other one? But yeah, well, I feel like we've missed them. How many others can you name that are in that mould now that we could get?
Sorry, Joe, I'm laughing. I'm not laughing. I'm laughing at that.
Holes in the hammer. He's random on that. I think, why is he on that show?
How's he fallen into that?
Honestly, he talks to me. Just knock down this ball, just put extension on there and just do this and just do that like you're an expert.
Talking of extensions, read between the lines and what that says. I'm not laughing. That proper dummy, as you was talking, Joe, I read it and I wasn't laughing at you, I was laughing at that. It's fucking dummy, that. Right, so
Dan, sorry, the club, right? We go about this way signing players now and making money on them. That's long term, right? Shorter term is this season. And this season, we can go up. So just think in the shorter term now.
Yeah, exactly. So the likes of Bannon, the likes of Bamford and McBurney, all right, they might be on, like, you know, I know that Bannon wasn't, apparently he was on about $7,000 a week. But say someone is available, an older striker like Peru, and he's on 40 grand. I don't know if he will get through because he come off the bench the other day against Man United and leaves for it. But so look, come to us. We'll give you to the end of the season. If we get promoted, we'll give you another fucking year. What you want?
I'll tell you one. The one, as much as I hate him when he plays against us, Barnes at Burnley.
Yeah. Was he not getting in when they're playing now?
I don't know, but if he played against us in the cup, started, that to me says he ain't been starting in the Prem.
So I was reading one of Connor's comments. Right, boys, we've been going an hour and 51 minutes. Do we want to talk about Sheffield United or should we save that for score predictions?
I'm happy to talk about Sheffield United.
Let's talk about Sheffield United. Visit the Den on Saturday, the next into SE16. It could be another club we take 6 points off this season. We did it against Watford. Henry went, we beat them at the Den. Of course, if Barry Bannon signs, another thing that Henry pointed out to me, Brains, who's 19 tomorrow, happy birthday to him. Barry Bannon's, if he signs Barry Bannon, his first game will be against Sheffield United. So it's perfect time to play him. On top of that, Tanganga and another player I don't know, someone else might.
Bamford.
Bamford got sent off against Ipswich on Saturday.
So he can't play.
Two players got sent off against Charlton the week before, one of which was
they're four
players there. Off the back of a good 3-1 win against Ipswich, which done us a favour. Sheffield United are going to be light of 3 first choice players.
We batter them 3-0.
There you go, Joe. What would your be formation then? We'll start with you. We're going to beat them 3-0, yeah?
Yeah.
What team would you go with?
I would. I'd probably
if Bannon's in.
I'd probably start similar to the Charlton game.
Inside. Would Langstaff make it?
No, I'd have Langstaff out, put Negley in the 10, Doughty on the left, Sturge at left back, and then my big problem is, as great a player Bannon is, I'm struggling to see how you can drop the Nor or Mitchell at the minute.
No, I agree. Maybe use Bannon as a later George Savile game management.
Yeah.
Pete, what? Give me a score prediction for Sheffield United. What will Alex Neil do? What would you do?
I'll go with Joe. I'll go with a 3-0 victory. I'll keep the same squad that beat Charlton at a counter. You're saying add Barry Bannon into the team, are you?
Say he's signed Bannon. What team would you play?
Would I include Bannon, you're saying? Is that what you say? I think maybe, just give a little edge on it to the Sheffield United thing.
I'm with you.
Just to give like a little bit of a spice to the game.
I'd love to say that, but I can't see where he's going to fit in if I went with that.
I think, I say 4-4-2?
You go, where is it? There. You go 4-4-2.
Yeah.
So you take Langstaff out, put Coburn up front, and leave the rest as it is.
Yeah.
All right, interesting. Yeah. Warren?
I'm not sure, Dan. Either the same as Joe, right? And take out Langstaff. Or who do you put on left? Or do you put somebody else in midfield? Three.
See, do you know what though? Do you know what? Bannon, Langstaff would suit Barry Bannon's game because of his pace and running in behind defenders with that through ball. Yeah?
True.
Yeah.
So I might even possibly go with Coburn and Langstaff again for that
Then
ball behind them.
Who'd you drop out for Bannon?
Well,
Do you know what? If
Denore,
anything,
because he ain't quite fit, is he?
there you go. Fucking
Yeah,
hell.
yeah.
Words out my mouth.
Yeah, it's not
ain't
bad
quite
shot.
fit.
Actually, yeah.
Back to back 4-0s. Riley's going for.
But
There you go.
saying that,
That's a shout.
can Bannon break up play like Denore?
No,
No, he's sort of he plays a similar role where he'll collect the ball off the back four. His passing range is fucking ridiculous.
I know.
Bring him off the bench when we're 2-0 up.
Game management will be good because of his experience. I don't. I mean, look,
He'll probably get sent off in the first game against them.
Well, that's what I said on Saturday, wasn't it? He went. He apparently he's going to leave Sheffield Wednesday, which we now know is true, and he'd likely to come to Millwall. But he wants to play one last game away at Bristol City. I said, no, luck, he'll fucking break his leg. He didn't, but he's fit. He's fit, isn't he? Because he's been playing 90 minutes every week. Would Bannon be happy with being a bit part player after being the captain and the main man at Sheffield Wednesday?
Was he their captain?
Mate, he's all crying. Did you not see it Saturday? He's all fucking crying their eyes out.
I know, but yeah.
Yeah, but what he's got to remember is he's coming into a much better team.
Yeah, very true.
So,
They've resigned to relegation, aren't they? They're planning for League One. It's not no disrespect to say that to them.
They've got a weak squad. Of course, he's going to be the first name on the team sheet. He's taking a step up here now, so he might have to have that in his head. He's not going to be starting every game, and I'm sure he might know that.
Teddy's just put in the group up the Canaries. So obviously Norwich have beaten Sheffield Coventry. I'm going to predict for Sheffield United. You'll have to find out on Wednesday if you remember. And hang on. Wednesday's my birthday. Oh, I might film. Fuck it. I forgot. Actually, I got a builder come around Wednesday morning. I said to my mate, he's a builder. Can you come around? Might have a new kitchen. That. And I was thinking, why have I got time off work? So I couldn't work it out. And then I went, fucking hell, it's my birthday. So, I'll probably still will film it Wednesday morning. Why not? What a day to celebrate your birthday, filming the Sheffield United preview. And it'll be out.
Sorry, they're still a good team though. They're a strange team, right? Because this season it's like win, lose. They just seem to be kind of they can't put or they can't win enough games. But they're not a bad team either.
No, they're not. And just our fucking luck that they've come good the week before they play.
I'm confident. I don't buy it. They're not a bad team, but
that's it. I'll say that they're not a bad team, but at the Den against anyone, we can go at them.
Exactly.
Don't fear them. And that's like where we are now. This is about who we're playing. We can beat anyone.
Yeah, 100%.
You've got to turn up and work.
Go on, mate. Sorry.
We're still going to turn up and put a shift and attack them and defend well. We can't just go last week. I'll be easier. We'll win 4-0.
4-0?
No, I said, but Dan, we can't just think that. Because there's some fans that think, it'll be easier. We'll walk in the park. They're not that great this season. It's like, nah, football's not kind of like that.
No, I will say, I really say,
I
really believe that we've drawn more confidence and more belief from that Coventry game that as a team, players. As good as it may sound. Yes,
could be the making of our season, that result. That performance.
Yeah, splendid, yeah.
But going back to what I said earlier, right? I said sort of Charlton come along at the wrong time, unfortunately for them, because I thought we're due giving a team a pacing like that. So even if we played Sheffield United on Saturday just gone, I'm not saying it would have been 4, but I think we would have had a similar performance.
No, I agree. Right, boys, that's fucking 2 hours.
Wow.
Always flies by.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed that. I'll do another 2, but obviously it's fucking 10 o'clock at night now and people are going to work. But I'll be back. I'll probably do it Wednesday, the preview, if not Thursday. I'm actually going, fucking hell, I've said this already. I'm actually going to watch Arsenal on Wednesday night. Right. My youngest is Arsenal, isn't he? Right. My mum gave the grandkids like quite a lot of money for Christmas. And I said, I can't give an 11-year-old that amount. My mate's an Arsenal season holder. I went, if you get any tickets, I'll take him. And he got tickets on my birthday. They're playing like Carrot Almighty or fucking something. So he's buzzing, but I've got to fucking go and watch Arsenal on my birthday. I know that I'll get some shit for that, but there you go. It's what it is. But yeah, Sheffield United on Saturday. Surely it'll be a sellout as well, won't it? Surely.
Hope so.
Yeah.
We've been playing. It's got to be, yeah.
Coming down, Warren?
Of course.
Yeah. Talk to us
How
about
much is your flight this time, Warren?
Yeah, talk to us about your flight times and shit, but like your day before we wrap up.
Well, Dan, last weekend, right, I was up at 4:30 in the morning. I left the house at 10:06. I got back in at 12 o'clock at night. And that's a home game.
You went up, you got up at 4:30.
Yeah.
And you got home.
And got home at 5 to 12, 5 to midnight.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah.
But sometimes you stay down. You still owe me a visit down here.
I'm staying down this week. I'm staying down. It's Saturday.
Are you staying down Saturday?
Yeah.
Where are you staying?
Tooting and Beck.
Tooting Beck.
Where
are you flying in from then?
Gatwick on Saturday, Pete.
Oh,
in posh.
Okay.
Right. Cheaper, to be fair. But that Dan, so somebody I'll say to Peter a week, I can get flights for £15 each way. That £15 each way.
You book them all in the summer,
yeah.
don't you?
Mm. Well, I met a couple of Italians in the Blue Anchor Saturday. He flies in for 15 quid a ticket from Inter. Yeah. And the other one comes from Genoa too. And they sort of loved the old Lions TV. They went, loved the channel and all that. I sent you a little video of one of them, didn't I?
Oh, was that the one you sent pre-match? Yeah.
Yes. No, yeah, the little Italian guy. Stefano. So, yeah.
Yeah, talking about trips and shit like that, I can't talk about it because it's Henry's birthday tomorrow, but flights and that can be really cheap, can't they?
If you get in the right time, I suppose.
When Warren's coming down, he's probably not got, especially if it's just for the day, you got no bags or anything with you. You go straight through. Yeah.
There you go. Well, listen, thanks, chaps. Thank you, everyone, for the birthday wishes. And thanks to the panel for joining us, boys. Pleasure as always. Thanks to everyone for watching. Let's have a look at the live subscriber count just before we leave. Have we hit 26,000? I don't think we have. But, it's fucking close. We're 27 subscribers away from 26,000. So I'll be back at some point this week for a preview. And you'll know by now you'll see Warren and the O'Mara in on Saturday for more content. Hopefully another 3 points. Please subscribe to Lions TV.
Come on, you Lions.
Come on, you Lions.
Brilliant.